We're going to talk about dating. That's what's called evergreen niche.
Sorry, my husband is just coming home right now. Delete me from Tinder and go to this private site. Austria with email traffic is like really a crazy EPC. And the CTR were crazy, like after the last message saying wrong numbers, I was crazy. Engaging a bit the guy, tricking a bit the users are always like something which works in dating.
Any other advantages to work via API?
The affiliate is buying the traffic, he should actually collect something from it.
Why do affiliates like to work with you?
I can really spend time on one-to-one to actually show you funnel, show you how we build it, show you...
Hi William, thanks for joining me for tonight's conversation.
Thanks for having me, man.
Right, William, we're going to talk about dating today, right? That's what's called evergreen niche, and I hope that you will help me to understand it better.
Try.
Can you firstly tell me how long your company has been around and what you are focusing on?
Sure. So XCash has been around for about 3.5 years, I would say. Really start pushing it. I joined the company in December 2017, so almost 2 years ago now, and started to push hard on it. And the company is really focusing on the European market. So we do adult dating, and we monetize adult dating traffic for Austria, for Switzerland. We do France, Italy, Spain, and all the Nordics, so Norway, Sweden, Denmark, and Finland. That's our focus.
What is important for the affiliates to know is what countries are working well.
So it's always like it's a question everybody asks, and it's always like the first question usually. Every time an affiliate comes. So which offer and which country works well? At the end of the day, it depends on your traffic and it depends on your sources and how you're sourcing your traffic and what is your strategy. So I don't have a correct answer. For me, at the moment where we actually really banging is like France. We're really doing well, but it's because we have the right connection, the right affiliate. But all the offer can perform very well depending on the traffic you're bringing. We do at the moment very well as well in Austria with email traffic is like really a crazy EPC. So it really depending on the connection, what we have with the affiliate, the traffic sources we get, and the moment of the acquisition of the traffic.
Right. Speaking of the traffic, what is the traffic you are looking for specifically?
Once again,
what is the most needed for you? I mean, what works the best for you?
What I like the best and what we do best with in XCash is email traffic.
Email traffic,
yes, really? That's like at the top.
Oldie but goldie.
Oldie but goldie, exactly. Like emailers are still around, they're still making tons of cash, and if you know actually how to deliver, you can really like make some nice money. People do two things in email with us. They buy email clicks from other companies. Like we, for example, are using ExoClick as a party which sell our traffic. They sell our email traffic, so you can use traffic provider to buy email clicks. So you don't have to have your own base and shoot them, or you can just have your own subscriber, your own email base, and just shoot them yourself.
So you can buy like email clicks from providers, from traffic sources such as ExoClick that you mentioned, and you can target and put your message in and link and everything.
So often the message, because they are generating the click, is from the provider, but you can put your link, and what we do well is like we ask the affiliate, when we receive email traffic, we ask the affiliate to put the email in the URL. So when the traffic hit our landing page, instead of actually going through the process again, because this click come from an email, instead for going through the process again of registering an account, we're actually going to auto log in the user. So click to lead.
Oh, yeah, email is already there.
Exactly. So the user got from the email right to the payment page. He's already subscribed, he already has an account.
So it's easy. Like, tell me a little bit more about the funnel. Like speaking of email marketing, I'm personally interested a lot.
So for me, it's like depend how you email, but I'm going to take like these mailers which just send a couple of emails a week, 3, 4, 5 emails a week, which let's do this through process. They warm the lead, and then they send often a message saying like, hey, I'm Katrina, you have a new message. So this really like, let's say, engage and dating related message. The user generate the click, okay, click here to read the message. The user generate the click, and what happened is like the email get into the URL, and we just bypass the landing page and get straight to the payment page. So it's two value for it. The first value is the fact that each unique click generate a new account, so a new lead, compared to like the normal conversion ratio on email, which is, let's say, between 15 to 40%, depending on the sources. Here you have like 100% from unique click to lead.
So that is instant sign up.
Yes, exactly. It's instant free sign up to the page. The second thing is like, because we get so many more sign up per unique click, the email revenue we're producing ourselves is much higher because we get so much more accounts per like shoot. Then we can shoot all those email back and monetize it with our own email marketing strategy.
Right. So you collect mails and then
exactly, and then we can pay more the affiliate because we got so much more value out of the email we're receiving.
Email, actually, it's interesting format. I have seen that myself, what you just mentioned, like you receive a message from, I don't know, a random woman, like saying Katrina wants to chat with you or already has sent you a message, and you just click on that and you go to the page. That's cool. What else except for email? So what untraditional traffic sources can be used to make some money on dating?
Let's say so. It's really personal feeling and like how your dating product convert and how we monetize it. For me, email, because we are a great email company. Email is always like on top of this. We also, of course, love Members Area. If you have your own dating site and you send traffic to another dating site, that's always gold, obviously. And we work with a lot of partners, a lot of other advertisers to monetize their Members Area and actually get Members Area traffic from them. So that's, of course, a great way of getting traffic for us. And then like all the other formats, we're not opposed. We do quite a bit of SMS marketing as well. So people with SMS.
Yeah, let's talk about SMS.
People with SMS, we actually really like it as well. You get all quality with SMS and it can be very complicated, but it's something we like.
So that's the same story as with emails. You can purchase some SMS clicks. You don't have to own your own database,
correct?
Right? And then you customize the message and do it basically the same way.
Correct. It's exactly the same. The only difference is like on SMS, we don't have this like trick to do like this auto post and auto login directly to the user because we need an email address. But the funnel then is the same. And the way we like it, or the way I like to tell my affiliate to do it, is really to warm a bit the lead, not just to take a list and just send one message with one link. Just warm a bit the lead, have a little conversation with the user on SMS and then send the user.
And the funnel, I presume, is something like that. Hey, Katrina just sent you a message. I don't know why Katrina just...
Yeah, Katrina sounds okay. Yeah.
Whatever name, but Katrina sounds okay. And a user just receives an SMS saying that, hey, let's talk, or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
It can be.
And start to engage a bit with them and then sending the link a few messages later. Mm-hmm. We had a crazy stuff back in the days, which worked for a while, and basically we were engaging the user. And then we were sending the last, and like for 2-3 messages, then we would say, oh, sorry. Like we're sending a link to the user to the dating site. And then 30 seconds later, we were sending like another message saying, oh, sorry, wrong number. And the CTR were crazy. Like after the last message saying wrong numbers, that was crazy. Right. So engaging a bit the guy, tricking a bit the users are always like something which works in dating.
Yeah, so you need to work on your like angle.
Exactly. And like, what do you want from these users?
Right. So just to finish with traffic sources, you said that email working pretty well, SMS. What else? Like social.
Social then of course social media. So we have affiliate doing a lot of Facebook.
Right.
And then we do a lot of like this influencer, like adult influencer, like so Instagram, sexy Instagram stuff, and
still works, right?
It's there, yeah.
Right. So to my understanding, the way it works, you found a popular model in Instagram, and you approach her or him, it can be guy, I suppose, and you offer them to promote the link, sign up form, and saying something like whatever it can be.
Yeah, you can now find some people starting to do some affiliate network kind of only for influencers, and they do this performance marketing only for influencers.
So what is the message usually if you want to see me or if you want to meet me, or it can be just recommend you this service to
so
me?
Again, that's again for the quality of the traffic. So often what we've seen, and we don't control what the affiliate does. We know which type of social traffic it's in, but we don't control the message. But for our own tests, what we see is like if the model, the influencer, let's say, hey, come and meet me there, or if you pay, you're gonna sleep with me. The quality, we're gonna get some sales, but the ratio of chargeback and of refunds is going to be very high. If the model recommend, if the influencer recommend, hey, me and my friend are sometime on this site, or hey, you can find girls like me, not me, but girls like me on this site, it's a much higher conversion. It's a much lower conversion, okay, at first, but the quality is much better. So we can actually pay more for those type of leads.
So it's better not to mislead, I guess, just to give either recommendations.
Yeah, but we all like all the affiliate, like if we look at display traffic, it's always misleading. It's like, and affiliate need to generate clicks. So I understand the misleading part, but when you really try to build something long term, we really work a bit on the message we giving to the users so we can have like quality.
So 3 untraditional traffic sources so far: influential marketing, SMS, email.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
all the traditional ones, I guess.
Yeah, of course,
also
display. But we do something as well. You mentioned untraditional way of driving traffic. Is one way which I won't call it untraditional, but which we do a lot and we're pushing for more and more. It's API traffic.
Yeah. That's actually, back in Russia, it's quite popular to work with neutral kind of offers via API.
Okay.
And I haven't even heard that it's also possible to do for dating offers. So elaborate on that.
Well, it's more like we've been doing API for a long time. So XCash, since the beginning of XCash is there, but the company which owns us in Canada, Dating Network, I've been doing API for a very, very long time. API traffic is really something which we love. And I love it for really several different reasons. First of all, the affiliate can really own his own funnel of traffic. He can build his own landing page. He can have his own pre-lander. He can actually build the way he wants it, and then he can collect this lead. The lead is not the advertiser, so it's not mine or anybody else. The affiliate is buying the traffic. He should actually collect something from it. And then once this lead is there, he collects the lead, and then he can push it to any offer he wants. And the value for the affiliate
it must not be your offer, for example. If an affiliate wants to send it to some other advertiser.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the value of it. Like, let's say you send me a lead and I already have it, I don't want it, I respond you, and you actually take the lead back. We'll say, so you hash the email, we respond you, we already have this email, you just send it to someone else, and the cascade is there, so there's no loss in terms of this like traffic. And on top of that, because you are collecting leads, you can, on the same day, the day later, a week later, you can actually retarget those users, you can mail those users, or you can give your list you're building to someone which can manage this for you and email this for you, so you're going to get some extra bucks out of it.
Right.
When you send the click, at the moment of the click, if it's a conversion, you make money. If it's no conversion, there is no money, but there's nothing else out of it. So it's yes or no. With API, you can really like build with this database, you can really build an extra revenue stream inside of the direct advertising this advertisers you're doing.
Yeah, that is cool. So the first advantage is that you have your data with you and you can remonetize it and do pretty much whatever.
Exactly.
Any other advantages to work with the API?
Yeah, so once again, for me is like when an affiliate send API traffic, like a lot of them like collect those leads, and often is like email traffic. So it goes back to the first, let's say, conversation is often like in a way or another is often connected to email, and it's the traffic we really love. For affiliate, what I really like on API is the fact that when we actually know how to do it, we can really start to receive some leads from affiliate after an hour, after 2 hours, after 3 hours, when they collected the lead. And those leads are what we call dead post. Okay, so we receive live traffic straight from the landing page, and we receive dead post. It's a totally different way of monetization, but some company, and we are one of them, do it very well. So we receive this lead, it's cold, we're gonna re-email him, and we're gonna bring him back to life.
Okay, sounds good. API, so yeah, for those probably who are looking for new ways to, promote dating, it can be very, very useful. Right, we discussed traffic sources, and let's move to your product in general. Do you have like flagmanship product or the only one product, or it's more like white label kind of products?
So all our products, so we have main product in each of the geo we're doing basically. So as a geo I mentioned before, so Austria, Switzerland, France, Italy, Spain, and the Nordics. We have one main offer and a secondary offer in each of those geos. So the flag is not like a main brand like anybody will know, like the few big sites. It's like really some affiliate offer. We build offer for affiliates, so the affiliate offer, and they're changing. Like as you know, when an offer stays too long in the market, at some stage it gets saturated. So you need to build new brands, and so we're really focusing now on rebuilding some new brands to be able to provide some fresh database and some fresh offer to affiliates.
Right, but do you keep the same data of users when you do rebranding?
No, it's from fresh. That's why the affiliate like.
Why?
Well, because it's fresh database. So
because they need to sign, they can sign up new guys.
They can re-sign some guys which were signed up before, and the conversion ratio is much higher.
Okay, so you're like, how often do you do rebranding? Let's say.
So it's two ways of doing it. First of all, we do it like, I would say regularly, let's say every 6 months, 8 months, we get out some new brands, but also like on the case per case basis, and that's much more often, we give white label to people. We give a brand to people when they have volume and they can really push some volume themselves. We just give them their own brand and they have something from scratch and from fresh just for themselves, which they can, as an affiliate network, you can promote as your own offer or your private offer, nobody else have it. And as a direct affiliate, you know you're actually going to promote an offer which is totally virgin, as we say, and only you're going to actually push leads through it.
All right, so it's white label, but that goes with billing,
exactly.
support, whatever it can be.
It's what we call like vanity domain. So basically, it's the same look and feel, but all the rest is like, this site is yours to promote, but on the background is actually the main site which is operating everything.
So you are you're a product owner, should we say. So you have your own billing,
correct?
Right, tracking,
own mailing,
like database, everything.
We own everything.
So as you said, your offer can be taken directly from you and also be found in
affiliate
or performance networks.
Exactly.
Is it hard to get an offer directly from you?
No. Right. You come to me, you come to all our guys in XCash and you get an offer directly. Then it depends on how do you want to get paid. If you want RevShare, we give it to everybody. PPS, we kind of give it very openly at first and check the sources. PPL is always a different question.
Because quality is important.
Exactly, because quality, and because we all know that a lot of affiliate can generate a lot of leads which are very, very low quality or even fraud. And when you give this type of offers to like people you don't know, it can always be dangerous. And I'm not the only one saying that. Like it's a very well-known thing in the industry. It
could be leads, but not sales, right?
Yeah, exactly. You just keep paying for leads, which never generate sales. Like we for example, don't accept in PPL, we do not accept incent traffic. No incent.
You do not accept?
No incent. So we've got some restriction, obviously, depending on the payout model.
Right. And for those who are more interested to work on RevShare base, can you give us an idea of how usually long the customer stays paying customer?
So
what is the
lifetime value?
Lifetime value
of the user. So once again, it's country based and it's traffic source based.
Depends on the traffic source.
But we have some amazing success in, for example, I'm going to take Austria, which we have really, really high success with. Our lifetime value in Austria is like over I'm going to talk in euro, is over 400 euro on some very good traffic sources.
Wow.
Which is
decent.
Really, really.
And what is the share for affiliates?
Depend on the volume of the affiliate.
Right. So it's negotiable,
we start at 50, everything is discussable.
You start at 50?
Yeah.
And it can be up to like 60, 70?
Yeah, we give 60. It really depends.
On the quality?
Yes, on the quality, on the volume, and on what our interaction and what other business we can do together. We do a lot of different things. We do email monetization. We actually monetize list of other people's email. So that's one thing we do. So we do a lot of API. And the more business or the more transversal business we can do together, the more we can find synergy to work on the RevShare deal.
You probably monetize traffic that you were not able to monetize with your dating service. You can send it to somewhere else.
Exactly. We do it in two different ways. So we monetize users with their own subscription product, like I mentioned before, and we also monetize user by selling clicks, email clicks. So we also email with promotional campaign, and every time a user generates a click, we sell it.
Do you have your internal monetization team, like media buying team, or you work only with affiliates?
So we mostly work with affiliate, really. That's like, at the moment is our focus. We really want to grow our network of affiliate, and we really want to actually push this offer and give the ability for the affiliate to push those offers.
Right, and can you give me like any idea of how big you are in terms of, I don't know, revenue, in terms of number of leads, number of affiliates, whatever you're comfortable with yourself?
Well,
not pushing it.
No. I will say one thing. So we've been really pushing for, like, let's say 2 years, and the growth of the company is exponential.
Right.
And in terms of numbers, I don't like to give them like away like that. But let's say the number of affiliates which are pushing us, we're talking on numbers of thousands.
Right. So the affiliates, number of affiliates working with you.
Yes.
Why do affiliates like to work with you?
We're very flexible. We really try to make deals work. So if it's payout, if it's new landing page, if it's building white label, if it's like some question about different billing, if it's whichever, like tell us, don't tell me which traffic do you have, tell me really what you need and what you're doing. And with what you're doing, I will try to make it work. So
an affiliate can be provided with all the promo materials, such as, I don't know, banners, any kind of creative.
Yeah, exactly. But we don't have like in our dashboard, we don't have the creative like open. We don't have the links open. We don't have anything, because we really try to have a bespoke approach with all the affiliate. We really try to understand, not just like, hey, start and stop traffic, understand what people are doing and find some match.
So you can do bespoke
exactly
for affiliates.
Exactly.
If they tell, like, listen, I need this and this, I have that kind of traffic.
That's my traffic, that's my funnel, that's how I normally do. That's the landing page I'm using currently, that's my EPC. And then with all this information, I know the EPC, I know the funnel, I know which offer they're pushing, and I know where the traffic comes from and how it's generated. I can start to make a proposal. So, okay, I think you should do with us this, and that.
Right, cool. And so for those who want to, start working with you, the starting point is a conversation with one of your representatives, right?
Yes.
All right, and many languages are spoken?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I would say 6 or 7.
We have a strong audience in Russian. Do you have any Russian?
Yeah, we actually just hired a Russian speaker a month ago, and she's now in charge of the Russians speaking affiliate. And she's taking it on board very well, and we're really looking forward to see how she's going to grow our Russian-speaking affiliate base.
We also have a kind of big audience in Asia. Do you have any Asian languages like Mandarin, Chinese?
So we don't have a dedicated person which speak Mandarin or speak Japanese currently. But as I said, we're very flexible. If we start to get some requests for this type of publisher, and if we start to have some communication issue, we will find a way to accommodate them.
So whatever is needed, just go and ask, right?
Exactly. Whatever is needed to get traffic.
Right. Tell me a bit more about how dating offers work
for the users.
For the users, yeah. Because I know, I have experience with Tinder, but I suppose that is a bit different.
It's always a nice question, let's say. So what does the user do on a dating site? So again, it's really like we need to really take in consideration how the user arrive. If the user arrive, let's say from Tinder, come to us with like a chatter which sending from Tinder to us, that's one way of using a dating site. The guy is really horny and looking for something. If we're actually looking at like email traffic, people are really pushing users with like some message, so they expect to have a conversation. So it really depends actually, the usage of the site going to depend on what is the traffic sources at first. Now, in our dating site, okay, the way people use it, it's, let's say, I will call it very, very strict in our site. The business rules are very strict. So the user comes in and he needs to interact to any people in the website, he needs to input his credit card first.
Right.
So it's or you input your credit card, or you go back to the home page and you are on the loop. So the user cannot do much as a free user.
All right.
That's our model. Then once the user is paid user, now he can interact with people, he can see the content, he can actually talk to the woman and use it as a way of communicating and a way of meeting, or at least online encountering some ladies.
Do people really meet, these women sometimes, or does it even happen, Or
I will answer, just depend on the dating site.
Right.
You use Tinder?
Your dating site?
Depends.
Depends.
It's our dating site is like, our offer is an affiliate offer.
Right.
So the dating site are really optimized for the affiliates.
Right, I got it.
I will say it like that.
I got it. And how do you monetize the leads? It's what is the model? It's just paid membership, or you buy kind of tokens, or?
It's so our model. It's we have two different models. The one we run the most at the moment is what we call the free trial model. So the user need to input his credit card, and it's like an age verification thing. So he input his credit card to verify his age, and then we charge him a monthly subscription. Mm-hmm. It's on recurring billing on monthly basis.
And it's based country by country.
Yes, exactly. The pricing is based on the country.
Are you often asked for refunds?
Once again, I'm going to repeat myself, but it depends on the type of traffic.
Right.
The more misleading and the more aggressive,
obviously,
the more refund and chargeback we will get, of course.
And if you receive a lot of requests for refunds, you're going to just cut those affiliates who brought those leads.
Exactly, we cut the affiliates. So refunds is always something we expect and always something we actually give back. We give to the user refund, which ask when it is like a mean to it. But if it's too many refund, or if we see that the refund are, let's say the requests are special, yeah, but you said to me I will go there, have that, or this girl talked to me like by message, like if it's something specific, we will go to the affiliate and say, okay, do not promote your site like that because we have issue, we will just cut the affiliate, yeah.
How do you fight bot traffic? If you have any, but I suppose you do, because especially for pay-per-lead model.
We have our own system, we have our own ad server, and in this ad server we have 7 different metrics which we look at. So on pay-per-lead system we really look at the ratio of device, how much mobile compared to desktop we receive, how much iPhone compared to Android, because if we don't say to an affiliate, push Android, push iPhone, push this, push that, and we see is a huge proportion of one browser, huge proportion of one OS, so it's already like a flag.
Yeah, of course, can indicate that,
exactly, because we never ask for this type of traffic. We just ask for traffic at first. If we have IPs, obviously we check IPs. That's just a regular thing. We check engagement, so how much the user engaged on the landing page. So how many seconds he spent on the landing page, where the mouse goes on the landing page. We check how many page per session, so how many pages the user gonna view before he's gonna leave the site. The engagement on email. So it's basically a lot of different data set we look at and we intersect together to be able to see, okay, that looks fraudulent, that looks okay.
Let's talk a little bit about dating industry in general. Do you see it getting more and more competitive recent years? With all this Tinder and casual dating appear. Okay, let's put it this way. Do you see Tinder as your competitor, or it doesn't affect your business?
So Tinder is a competitor. Tinder is a traffic source. Tinder is a big guy.
Right.
It's a bit everything and anything. Is it a direct competition? Yes and no. Would I say when Tinder really started to become big, we lost a lot of traffic? No, I wouldn't say that. But is it something which can take as a competitor? Yeah, it's an adult dating product and it takes some users away. We need to look also at the age bracket. And Tinder, it is, even if it's aging, Tinder is a much younger audiences than what we're targeting. People paying on our dating site are often over than 25. And we really try to get as little as possible 18, 25 years old, because it's very hard for them to pull out their credit card.
So you're mostly focusing on people over 25?
Yeah, over 25, over 30 is much better. So yeah, and then the industry as such, yes, the industry is very, very, very competitive. It's getting competitive for 2 different things. First of all, because there's more and more companies opening, and it's very aggressive payout going out, and it's also because the technology is improving and people are doing some crazy stuff with technology, and all this innovation are bringing more and more competitivity between the companies, and we really need to be on track to be able. I'm going to talk about like acquiring traffic, so RTB, for example. That's a lot of traffic going through RTB now, and it's a competition which, if you're not on path and if you're not following the trend, you cannot acquire. So you're losing traffic by not being able to touch this traffic.
So you're buying some traffic through RTB as well. Okay, you mentioned that Tinder is a traffic source as well. Can you also tell me a little bit about the funnel?
It's what we can call chat traffic. For example, and you're just chatting, like you're a nice girl on Tinder, you're chatting with a man which is swiping right on you, and after a while you just send this user to another website.
Want to continue.
Exactly.
Let's go here.
So like the one which I love to use is like chatting a bit, and then it's like, sorry, my husband is just coming home right now. They just
cannot use Tinder anymore.
Just like delete me from Tinder and go to this private site. This type of thing.
Right. Yeah, that can be very, very useful. And
people are very creative.
It must not be necessarily Tinder. It can be also, I don't know, Snapchat, even Instagram.
Yes, of course.
Any messaging platform.
We used to have a lot of traffic from like all the free dating sites, basically not just Tinder, but all the free dating sites. It's a great source of traffic for us. On this way.
Messengers probably as well,
yeah,
like
Facebook
WhatsApp
Messenger. Yeah, of course. Right. It's much harder now to spam or to have like accounts, to create accounts on Facebook just to like add thousands of people and message them. Is getting harder and harder. But yes, of course, some people made a lot of money on that.
Yeah, there are still people who can, make the way around and everything. All right. I know that you have an incredible bonus for us, William, and I guess that it will be a lot of value for the affiliates who watch us. Now, if you guys, any of you who have watched interview with ZorbasMedia, William will be able to help you and consult you one-to-one on any aspects of dating. Am I correct? What kind of information can you share with those people?
I can really like spend time on. So we talked quite a bit about API, and I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with it, and a lot which we watch this video might not be as well. I can really spend time on one-to-one to actually show you funnel. Show you how we build it, show you actually how you should yourself use API, how you can monetize your lead directly, posting live, how you can monetize your lead on the second time, like with dead post API, what is the return you can expect from it. So that's really something I can really take some time to show you and explain to you how we can run let's say an API business together. Same goes to like email. Why would you build your landing page? I can explain to you why you should build it, how you can build it, and which more value you're going to get out of it. So I'm happy for any of the watcher of this video, take some of my time and really do a constructive call if you have some proper question about dating, about monetization, and about using dating to monetize your traffic. I'm really happy to actually do it.
That is an amazing bonus. So guys, if you want me to put you in contact with William, just comment on this video. It can be whatever. And we will be in touch with all the details, and you can start learning from William or ask him any questions you have. And bye now. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, guys.